On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the PlayStation Network hack, the Mario Kart 8 DLC, the new Nintendo 3DS, as well as the Super Smash Bros. Roster leak. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SaveState Podcast, episode number 2. I'm your host, Landon Barton. Joined alongside me are three of my best friends, Ryan Royal, Garrick Enright, and Derek Owen. We are a podcast about all the things you love in nerd culture, and we've got a lot to talk about today, so let's just get into it. First off, last week, the PlayStation Network was hacked and brought down for the second time, a large hack, unlike in 2011 when it was brought down for damn near a month. And it got a little crazy. There was bomb threats, they attacked Blizzard Entertainment, League of Legends, they attacked quite a bit. So,
this is like the Die Hard sequel, right?
Basically, yeah.
Luckily, it was just DDoSing, so no information was stolen. It was just
right.
Overflooding the network so no one could use the services.
And that's what DDoS is. It's pinging a server like fake users, if I'm right. Is that what it is?
To overload it, so there's overabundance of data requests from the server.
Right.
Brings it down.
So it's crazy. They took something where it seems like DDoS attacks are becoming pretty common and extremely annoying for users, but they took this one level extreme where they're now calling it a bomb threat for a flight that the Sony Online Entertainment president was on. So now you've got like the FBI involved in this. So that's kind of a serious offense.
Yeah, that part, for sure. Yeah, no, I can't think of a situation where calling it a bomb threat's not legit.
Well, yeah, so, I mean, thankfully though, this time there was no personal information stolen. It was just an inconvenience for gamers.
I saw a quote from one of the guys claiming responsibility. Said that he's just there to show these big corporations that they are vulnerable, and that the way he said he did it was basically like really easy for him or really anyone with any level of knowledge of hacking. It was really easy for them to do it, and that's the part that's concerning to me. It's just like nothing on the internet is safe. Well, and people actually should maybe learn that.
So you're so this isn't necessarily a bad thing in your mind. It's just like an awareness.
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, that's cool. No, it is a bad thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely, it's a bad thing.
Good.
I mean, because last time people's information got stolen.
Right.
This time you just couldn't play your game.
Yeah. Right.
However, it is important for companies to know how to protect their information and how to, make sure that this stuff doesn't happen again. And if it takes someone to sit there and poke you in the eye a couple times,
sure.
Multiple pokes in some cases. The leak's been down every other day for the last, I'd say, week and a half now.
Yeah. That's gotta be really annoying.
30-minute logging queues are getting old, I'm gonna tell you.
Well, it seems like there's becoming this trend of stuff like this where, I don't know if you guys have heard of swatting on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
That's become
Twitch
more and more often. That I've read at least like a couple cases within the past month of someone getting swat because they got mad about the game or they were just trolling this guy.
Do you want to explain for the viewers at home what swatting
Yeah,
is?
swatting is if someone is playing, it's been done either people playing on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network or watching somebody on Twitch, they are able to hack into the IP address of one of the players, find out their home address, then they call the police force in that person's hometown, report a bomb threat or some kind of other domestic crime
serious,
at the person's address, and a SWAT team, in several cases, like full-on SWAT riot gear has been called to these people's houses under a terror threat because somebody with a little bit too much time on their hands and anger issues decided to, instead of sending them a message calling them
Sorry,
derogatory terms.
I gotta picture this. 911, excuse me, there's somebody pwning noobs. Can you go stop them?
Basically, yeah. But it costs, the big problem with that is it costs cities and taxpayers thousands of dollars to call out a SWAT and get them geared up and send them out and then deal with all the paperwork.
Well, and you're getting, a lot of cases, you're getting these people in trouble as well because you're calling them for bomb threats, but the police are coming in there and now they're legitimately searching their house for a bomb threat, and they're finding maybe cases of marijuana or kind of lesser crimes, and now these people who are just streaming online, just trying to have a good time, are busted for these other offenses when they're being called in.
Because that was the most recent one that happened with Twitch, that the guy was caught with a certain, it was an overabundance of
marijuana. I don't think it was enough that he was considered selling, but it was enough to get him.
Too much to have, like it was like a felony charge or something like that, I can't remember.
So. The overall message is don't swap people, kids.
Don't swap people if you do hide your marijuana pills.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing that happened this last week was the Mario Kart 8 DLC was announced. And that seems pretty exciting. I know you're pretty jazzed about it.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm a huge fan of Animal Crossing, huge fan of Zelda. I'm really excited to get my hands on the new characters and the new cards and the new tracks.
So what it is, they're rolling out 2 separate packs. One in November of this year, one in May of next year, which seems forever away.
Forever away.
So, and it's for $12, you get both packs. They include 6 new characters, 8 new vehicles, and 16 new tracks.
Yep.
That's a serious number of stuff because
That's
the
not
game
bad.
itself that's 20% as many characters as the game launches with. That's 50% as many tracks as the game launched with, all for about a sixth of the price of the original game. So that's a pretty significant amount of DLC.
It's quite a bit, and also if you reserve both of them, you get, I believe, Yoshi and Shy Guy in, I think, 9 different colors?
8 different colors.
8 different colors.
Yeah. So
Not bad.
now if you just want to have an army of Yoshis racing in Mario Kart, you can do that.
Excellent.
I think I'm actually kind of a little tired of paying for DLCs all the time. It's like, in this case it's a little different because you actually are getting a lot of stuff, but there was, I can't remember the game for some reason, I think it was Metro. You had to pay to unlock Ranger Mode, which was just a harder setting. You had to pay for the DLC. It's like you're paying to get the game that you should have already got.
There's certain levels of DLC that are bad. There's certain levels of DLC that are great. If you're launching a game where you're paying to unlock a feature that's already built in the game, that's that should not
Day 1
happen.
DLC, I think it's
Right,
called.
exactly. Don't do that. That should not be acceptable. But having something where Mario Kart's been out for a few months now, maybe the interest is starting to die down a little bit. They announced this DLC. It builds that interest back up. I'm excited about it. They're teasing it really, really hard though. So when you boot up Mario Kart now, down at the very bottom, they literally have not the characters' photos like grayed out or blacked out or anything. They're there, full color, saying, "Hey, you can play as Link at some point, not right now."
Problem is, November's not too far away, but May, they're teasing the stuff for May.
Well, so
that's absurd.
Is Solid Snake going to be in it? I know he's in Super Smash Brothers.
Will it be a cardboard
Maybe
box?
Maybe a cardboard box
with
and
wheels
wheels
on it?
Yeah. See, now that's a legitimate question though, because this is the first time that Mario Kart is expanding past the Mario universe.
Right.
So you never know.
My question is, will there be an Epona cart?
Oh my god, man. I hope so.
Will there be a carrot power-up inside of
Do you have
power-up?
to,
Oh,
do you have to
really?
play the song to get the car? Like, there's going to be like a DLC ocarina and you have to like punch in the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Is there a microphone on the tablet? You have to
Awesome.
Yeah, I think there is, yeah.
I think you should
There
work
we
for
go.
Nintendo.
You should
That's
put
it.
that
You should
Nintendo.
sell
Is
that
that a
to
very
them.
Miyamoto
Yeah, you
idea?
should sell it to
Oh,
them.
man.
So what this includes is in November, it includes the characters of Link, Catsuit Peach, as well as Tanuki Suit Mario. And then in May, you get Villager, Isabelle, both from Animal Crossing.
Yep.
correct? And then Dry Bowser, which
Was
just
awesome.
give me Dry Bones.
Yeah, I want to drive one so badly. He's
That he was one of the best
Dude,
on
crazy.
the original on the Mario Kart game. Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I'm like, all right, cool, I'm excited. But so Link is the
Sorry,
one.
just give me dry bones. Dude, phrasing, come on.
Come on now. I'm sorry. But so expanding past the Mario universe is Link, and the F-Zero car was released. So
they
cool,
still
yeah.
announced the other 7 cards, so I'm excited to see what those
yeah.
are.
So that should be pretty cool.
The biggest thing, this opens up a whole new world for Nintendo games in the future, because they're doing DLC finally. Now the Wii U is finally capable of having decent DLC packs. This means, I mean, they've already, obviously Smash Bros. Is going to have it.
Pitching
This,
to like 8 years ago.
this confirms that Smash Bros. Is going to have a decent amount of DLC and other games to come. I'm excited.
yeah, no, it's
Nintendo finally getting their hat in the ring.
It's a great step forward, but there might be a slight step backwards with the new Nintendo 3DS that was announced just a couple days ago. There's a lot of really great features with this new 3DS, but there's a few things that concern me, which we'll get into here in a second. Have you guys heard about the new 3DS, the new features within it?
Oh yes.
Looked into it, yep.
So what it is you've got 2 extra shoulder buttons. You've got the NFC reader for the Amiibos, which, are you guys excited for Amiibos?
Look interesting. I know they look cool, but I don't know too much about them.
Oh, handhelds aren't really my jam, but
The whole Skylanders thing, that trend with the user toy activate something content, I think it's a brilliant marketing tool. But I kind of feel the same way about certain DLC. I'd rather have it there already. I don't want to have to buy an action. If I want to buy an action figure,
I mean, you're
buy an action
paying,
figure.
you're paying $60 and you're paying another $12 every character.
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
But I mean,
Whatever happened to that game where you go around the grocery store and you scan barcodes and you get monsters?
what was
Oh, God.
God, I don't remember what that is, but that's free. That's a free DLC right there.
Fair enough.
Mom, can I go grocery shopping with you? What, honey? I want to get some monsters.
Well,
Yeah, man.
let's see, what the other features were, there's a better 3D viewing angle. There is the second analog stick, or, I mean, it's really like a nub. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the C-nub from the GameCube controller. But it's there, which is great.
It's true.
So it opens up new functionality. You're not going to have this add-on that they released a year and a half ago or whatever.
The Circle Pad Pro.
Yeah, right, exactly. The new colored buttons are very reminiscent of the Super Nintendo controllers.
And the GameCube on the XL.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that brings back this nice nostalgia factor. I mean, it's a small touch. It actually got me excited about it.
Yeah.
And then here's a thing that is both good and potentially bad. The biggest update for this is there is a faster processor. With the faster processor comes your eShop is going to be much faster. Great, kudos. But also with that, they announced Xenoblade Chronicles for the Nintendo 3DS. With the caveat that it will not work on older hardware before the 3DS.
Right.
If that becomes a trend, that's a huge issue.
See, we kind of ran into that issue. It wasn't quite as bad when the launch of the Game Boy Color came out, because you had Game Boy Color exclusive games that would not work on the regular Game Boy Pocket, which was the main device at the time when the Color launched. And that, I remember that causing a lot of confusion with friends and parents and things like that. But now you think about Grandma and Mom going to buy little Johnny a new 3DS game, and they get it, open it up, put it in Christmas morning. Oh, I can't play it because I don't
Is it
have the
a new 3DS game or a new 3DS?
Right.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's the biggest problem. And they're running across this issue with confusing consumers, even with the Nintendo Wii, where you've got the Wii U and the Wii. And what do you mean my Wii game or my Wii U games don't work on my Wii? It's fine for us. I think we're savvy enough gamers that we understand that. But for your standard mom and pop that are walking into a GameStop to pick up these games for their kids for Christmas, it's going to be very confusing. And it's going to be even more confusing when it's the new Nintendo 3DS. Adding new to it's not going to cut it in this
They're
situation.
not. They should just like add some other like moniker to it. Like I understand. Like I get Wii U. I never had a confusion with that, but I'm not a mom or pop.
Sure.
But like I don't know, 3DS Alpha, 3DS something.
Yeah, I think they really just need to be
3DS,
setting,
not the old 3DS. Nothing works with this. Hashtag YOLO.
there really just needs to be a setting that single year's game that like you tone down the processing to the old. Like this just isn't. It's not worth it, Nintendo. Like it really is not worth confusing your consumers to think that only certain games work on certain 3D. I mean, I guess maybe it gives you incentive to buy the new consoles, but I think that the extra joystick and the extra buttons is going to be enough for more hardcore players to buy it in the first place, especially for Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Are there really like hardcore Nintendo players?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean like that you need like.
Yeah, I mean you've got the avid fans for Smash Brothers who you have to like if you're playing Melee, if you're using a wireless controller, you've got to have the WaveBird. You can't have any of this third-party knockoff, or you have to play with a wired controller. Like there are people in the Nintendo universe that are hardcore avid gamers, but that's been kind of a misconception with the Nintendo Wii when they got so many casual gamers that they lost that hardcore base, and to an extent they did.
The
But
3DS
they're
has
still
held
there.
on to it a little bit, though.
Yeah.
I think they've been less casual focused.
And I think we might be putting the cart before the horse with this whole situation. They've only announced Xenoblade Chronicles having this issue. It might not happen. They're going to see a lot of uproar about it from this. But again, we might be jumping to conclusions.
And it makes sense though, because Xenoblade Chronicles was a massive game on the Wii. In terms of content, in terms of
Which we barely got in the US.
pushed the Wii to its limits. I mean, I felt when I was playing it, my Wii was chugging along. It felt like, and some of the certain battle sequences and various things like that. And so it's understandable that they would need to increase the CPU power and everything. Part of my qualm is, I bought pretty close to launch my original 3DS, got the Circle Pad Pro so I could play Resident Evil Revelations, and eventually Monster Hunter when that came out. And I want the new one, but part of me wishes they'd almost have waited another year or so, worked even more on the CPU, worked more on the graphics, and then released a new handheld.
There's no official date on it, so it's probably going to be about a year for us.
Yeah.
But a new handheld that would be the next step past. Like get away from the 3DS moniker. You're going to lose the issues with confusing mom and pop, and you've got a new base to build from with the new handheld that's Nintendo's.
One more thing I noticed about those is they're making an XL version and a traditional size version. And one of the big selling points I saw in the advertising for these new ones is this custom panels you can put on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And it allows basically you to have a Mario themed or Zelda themed. They haven't announced Zelda yet, but I know it's coming. An Animal Crossing themed or just different Mario patterns. But the thing is, it only is for the smaller one. So if you're buying an XL, which I think anyone in their right mind would probably upgrade you an XL at this point, they're not going to have those panels for you. So it just seems like they're diversifying themselves a little bit. I just don't understand why you'd want anyone to buy anything other than XL right now. I guess if you're going for more portable, but.
So, and real quickly before we finish the segment, the other thing that happened this week was the Super Smash Bros. Roster was leaked. And Nintendo loves to trickle out their roster for Smash Brothers month by month, and so this is kind of a big blow for them. But the characters that were announced, it's not official yet, but the characters that were announced was Bowser Jr., Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles, the dog from Duck Hunt, which
is awesome.
I find
that is incredible.
Yeah,
and
man.
then they kind of announced a few returning favorites as well.
He's gonna pull out a bazooka.
I'm excited to see what this kid is.
Do you think it'll play like the Ice Climbers with him and the duck, possibly?
Oh my gosh.
That would be good.
I'd be down.
I could see that. I have no idea how it's going to play.
I just love seeing these old characters from old genres.
Yeah.
Like Pac-Man too. I love to see what they're going to do with them and seeing them reiterated in a new format.
I want to know what Pac-Man's gonna be able to do besides like eat people.
I wonder if he's going to be like Kirby. I really think he's going to be similar to Kirby.
He's gonna like spin around and butt spot people.
There you go.
He'll get power up, everyone turns blue and goes really slow for a while.
That would be cool. That could be the
Final Smash. There you go.
There you go.
Well, anyways, there was a lot of Nintendo news this week. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll be back for more in a little bit.